How can a billion be a 1 with 9 zeros, but at the same time also with 12? This can't be true, but apparently it is. It just depends on who you ask. Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining today. For those of you who have watched my video on 3+1 differences between Americans and Germans, know that I have captured this video for my German colleagues who was visiting our office in the US. As I received very positive and amazing feedback, I thought, okay, why don't capture another video to provide some differences. First, when I moved to the US, I was surprised. I thought, wow, the Americans are so active and they go to the gym every day. I saw them at the coffee shop, I saw them at dropping off their kids at preschool. Like wherever I went, I saw them wearing gym clothes and leggings. I thought, and I also felt a bit embarrassed because I just went to the office until I found out this is what they wear on a daily basis. A lot of people dress more casual than the Germans. So they wear the gym clothes the whole day. Of course, until we'll meet the same person at night. So I have some American friends that I first met at a playground in the leggings. And then when I met the same person at a bar at night, I had to look at twice to realize this is the same person. So Americans dress up much more than Germans compared from a day to the night. There's not such a big gap with the Germans between those two occasions. We dress a bit more formal during the day, and then of course we just, make it up a bit at night. But I like actually this casual dressing and not, being so judgy. And also nobody will say anything if you come to the playground and you just look like shit. And there's also another thing I have observed that's related to clothes. The Americans don't feel the cold as the Germans. The Germans usually, especially in winter, they wear a lot of layers and they dress more to warm than to cold. Compared to the Americans, even in winter, they wear shorts. And of course, this doesn't apply to everyone, but we lived across the high school. And usually when I walked our daughter to the bus station where her school bus picks her up, I see the kids walking to the school. And regardless if it was fall, winter, spring, or summer, they were always boys, mainly boys, wearing shorts the whole year. Even when it was below freezing, like we were basically in our coat and having a hat and scarf, like we were dressing up very warmly, and they were in their shorts. And most of the time, not even wearing a jacket. I have friends I have never seen in a jacket. When it was really, really cold, at least this person was wearing long pants, but this was just on, maybe 5 or 10 times I saw this person, but never saw a jacket. I have a colleague who is eating in the lunch break every day peanut butter jelly sandwich. For those of you who are not familiar with this concept, it's like 2 slices of untoasted toast bread. On the one hand, you spread peanut butter on the one, on the other you put jelly, you put them together, you cut them, and then you eat it. And he does every day for lunch. You can already, if you walk into the lunch area, you can already smell the peanut butter. But at night, he is eating out every night. Americans eat out much more often than Germans. And if you go to a restaurant and you eat in, what's very noticeable is that the food comes much quicker compared to what we are used to in Germany. So in Germany, it's very common, you sit down, you take a look at the menu, and then you order, and then the food takes, 20 or 30 minutes until it arrives. In Germany or also other European countries, eating at a restaurant is not just, you go just to eat. It's more for the experience. You mainly also meet with friends, and then you chat and you enjoy the entire atmosphere and the entire event itself. Compared to the US, where you really quite often you just go to the restaurant to eat. This one is a follow-up of my part 1 that I mentioned at the 3+1 differences between Americans and Germans. And this is basically because my colleague who was visiting our office in the US noticed this and asked me about. German and Americans, they use the point and the comma for separating numbers differently. In the US, if there's a very big number, they use a comma after every third digital and a decimal point before the decimal. So $1,000.50 would look like that. In Germany, it's the other way around. For the decimal, we use the comma before the decimal. So 1,000 euros and 50 cents would look like the following. We also put the currency behind the number and not in front as the Americans do. When talking about numbers, it can be so many misunderstandings between Americans and Germans. And so can also the word billion, because in German and the US it means two different things. A billion in the US is a number with 9 zeros. In German, we also have the word Billion, but this is the number with 12 zeros. The American billion with 9 zeros is what we call in German Milliarde. It's also a number with 9 zeros. So you can already see, very confusing. If you liked my videos so far, it would be great if you would give me a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me and also helps me in identifying the right topics you can relate to or you feel interested in. And I will continue capturing those videos also for my friends in the US, so they know actually how our life has changed, and also when they're visiting us, what to expect in Germany. So have a wonderful day and talk soon. Bye.